Hey, it's me, Marquelworld, all things professional wrestling in my life. Hey, YouTube, how are you guys? I am going to say this once. This is a video talking about why I don't write for Pro Wrestling World, the Facebook page, no more. I used to advertise it a lot on my YouTube page, so it's only right I say what happened. Basically, it was the owner. I didn't feel appreciated after a while, and after I saw him or one of the admins liking negative comments that the followers would make towards some of my posts, that's when I decided to leave the group chat and I deleted the owner from my Facebook account. Then I got removed and blocked from the page. But let's get to the beginning. Basically, I was on strike at my job, so I was bored. So I messaged the Facebook account to see if I could write for them. When the admins allowed me in, started writing for the page, did the birthday post. Wanted the birthday post to have my own little spunk, so I would write the championship belts that they won, most of them, and I would always include what Pro Wrestling Illustrated ranked the birthday person, and I did this every day since I was on strike and had nothing better to do than my YouTube and TikTok. This was something to do, so I did, do the birthday posts every day because it was exciting to do at the time. So I started doing that for a couple weeks or maybe a month. And then next thing it was brought to the admin's attention. Maybe we want to make a YouTube channel and get the channel monetized, because at this point I started, it was at 185,000 when I started. And then when I left, it was probably at 380. It was probably at 360,000 when I left. 360,000. So I did help the page go from 185 to 360. That is a lot. Don't know the exact, but it was a big increase because I was bringing a lot of ideas to the page. It was brought to the admin's attention. We all wanted to make a YouTube, maybe, and we wanted to get the Facebook page monetized. I said, oh, that sounds cool. So we started doing the lives, the admins, where we should go live on the page to get the audience familiar with us for the YouTube page that we're making. But one day the owner brought the some admins or some other people in. These three men, they have their own YouTube and Facebook page, and one day I was just typing my birthday post and I'm looking, and it was these three men, and it's like, sub to our YouTube page, sub to our Facebook page. I'm like, who are these people? Or like, are we doing like shout outs? But they just kept posting their stuff on our page. I'm like, I asked the owner, I'm like, what is going on? And who are these people, and why do they keep promoting themselves on our page? Because, we were just talking about making our own YouTube. But, oh, they're going to help us get monetized with watch times. They're going to, be on the page once a week for at least 2 hours. So they're helping us out, and I'm helping them out by letting them be on the page and promote their page with the following. And maybe it's been 3 weeks or a month, and I was already writing. So I was writing the birthday post, and I probably was already doing the opinion post, which the opinion posts were every day I was making a collage or a thumbnail, and I was asking the followers, what did they think about the wrestling show? So what do you think of Monday Night Raw? What do you think of NXT? I would make like a photo that would, go with the show and ask the audience. So I was doing that every day, and the birthday post every day. So I was a little like, damn, if anybody, why I never posted my shit on the page, and you just letting these people come in and post their shit. So I was a little like thrown off by that. So I was a little, not a little hateful, but I was a little like hesitant towards these three men. Now today I understand it's not my place. It was in my page. So it was the owner's page, so I can't get mad at them. They got a good deal out of it, and I hope they continue to grow, so I can't be mad at them. It was just a little confusing because we said we were making our own YouTube, and it seemed like it was temporary, this deal that him and the owner and they had, so it was just very confusing. Um, that was just something how an example how the owner just really didn't communicate that much with people. Because again, how do we go from we're all making a YouTube page to now we're bringing these people who have their own YouTube page? But I say, okay, maybe that makes sense. It's temporary. They're helping get it monetized. That was one example of something that just was a little odd about the owner. He said, "Oh, I did complain a little bit. Like, you know what? Can I post my shit? Because I write every day." He's like, "Yeah, yeah, blah blah blah." It never made sense for me to write it on a birthday post or opinion post or a fashion post. A fashion post is something wrong on the page where I would have two wrestlers and I would say who wore it best, or I would just ask people on the page what they thought about an outfit and include the outfit in the post of the photo of the wrestler in the outfit. So it never makes sense for me to post my YouTube there, so I would do it when I went live. So this is something that segued into something that I felt that he was being that made me just, I don't know about this owner. There'll be times where I would go live on the page. I would go twice a week. I got really comfortable. I would go twice a week. Once for after show live, where if it's SmackDown, I would go after SmackDown. Once for a weekend live where I would ask a question and have the people answer it in a post, and I would read what they said, and I also would go live and have them come in and chat if they wanted to. That was kind of like the after show opinion post. If I would go live for Friday Night SmackDown, I would read what the people said in the comment section and read what they said on the live and interact with them, or read their comments and respond to them in the comment section that I read it on the live. So I got really comfortable with them, and I think they got comfortable with me. But he would start doing shit where if after I go live, he would literally like post minutes after me. So that was the only time I would get to advertise my YouTube shit was when I went live, because it didn't make sense for me to post it any other time. It made sense for me to post it when the people actually saw me on camera. So if I post or after if I go live at 10:25 and he posts at 10:40, nobody's really gonna see I'm live because he literally posted minutes after me. Or it'll be if I go live at 10:10 and he posts at 10:22. I was only giving me 12 minutes. So it was just shit like that. That rubbed me off the wrong way. Him ignoring me rubbed me off the wrong way. There would be weeks, like 2 weeks, where he would not respond to my messages. I would talk to another admin. They would be like, "Oh yeah, I just messaged him yesterday and he messaged me today." I'm like, okay, so I guess he's ignoring me. That rubbed me off the wrong way. Highlighting. There's this admin, she's a female. She joined after me. She would go live for the pay-per-views. She wouldn't write like me every day, but she didn't have time because she was a mother, but she would go live for the pay-per-views. I remember he wanted to try something new with her, he claimed, and he featured her shit on the page and feature on Facebook, the group featured. That's when the owner can pin something on the page, so whoever goes on the page can see it. So her live was featured on the page where anybody that went on there would see her right away. And I was a little like, oh wow, I've been here longer than her. I write every day. I bring ideas, fashion post alert, opinion post alert, champion versus champion post alert, where I have two champions who held the belt, like Nikki Bella and AJ Lee. I would make a collage of them two with the belts, and I would say who was the better champion, and people would comment. So I was bringing a lot of interactive ideas on the page, and this person, she would go live for the pay-per-views, but I was doing all this, bringing ideas, going live twice a week, doing birthdays every day, and sometimes more than one, because there's more than one birthday every day. And sometimes I would do 3 days worth before a trip, so I didn't have to do it during the trip. So sometimes I'd be up till 2 o'clock in the morning. And you have to keep in mind, I wasn't on strike the whole time I was an admin. I was an admin for 5.5 months. Once I started working, I had my YouTube, my TikTok, going to the gym every day, working 8 hours again after being on strike, my YouTube and TikTok, and trying to keep this shit consistent because we want to get monetized. So I kept it pushing. So I kept doing what I was doing as if I was still on strike. So I was like, wow, if anybody, you should have featured me, because I was doing a lot for the page, but that just showed the owner didn't really appreciate me. So that was something else that rubbed me off the wrong way with the owner. He did try to feature everyone after that, because I said, at this rate, feature me, really respond to me. Like, we don't have no relationship. Like, if you can feature her, you can feature me and try to support me. So he would feature me maybe for 2 to 3 hours, but again, I told you he brought these people in to monetize the page, so he would feature them for 4 days in a row. So 4 days, anytime someone would go on the page, they would see these people right away, and they would get more followers. So first I was a little mad at them, but then it's like I said earlier, I think, it wasn't my page, and good for them. They got a good deal out of it, so I can't be mad at them. So, what else? That was something that rubbed me off the wrong way, only featuring me for 2 hours, but then for a couple of days. The ignoring me bothered me, why are you ignoring me for 2 weeks? And then I would see him in the group chats talking, so that would agitate me. Like, oh my goodness, I know this man is just ignoring me, because he's literally right here talking to people. And this is Facebook Messenger, you're on Messenger, you're in the group chat Messenger talking, so I know you got my message. So why is 2 weeks going by and you haven't read it yet? So just seeing him in the group chat just started getting annoying to me, because he was ignoring me. And then it was just so annoying, like just how he was just supporting these people so bad. Like, they would go live once a week on the page, but he would comment on their lives, but he's never commented on any of my shit. He never comments on one of my fashion posts. He never really commented on a birthday post, and I did it every day for 5.5 months. He never commented on the after show opinion post. But every time these people went live, he's always commenting on their shit. So it was just like he never really supported me. So that was another thing I felt unappreciative. But the last thing, and this is just, I would have way more examples I could give, but I just don't want to be up all night talking about this shit. But the last thing was when I went on Facebook Meta Business Tool to respond to someone. That's the tool you use to respond as the page that you're running. I went there to respond to people, and I saw on the tool that someone was liking negative comments people were leaving on my posts. Like, one person said, enough with the birthday post, and I saw that the page liked it. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would an admin like it? And I said, the only person that gives me this negative energy is the owner, with some of the examples I said earlier in this video. And there's way more I could say, but there's way more. But I said, oh yeah, it definitely has to be him. So I left the group chat with the admins, and I unfriended him after I saw on the business tool that somebody was liking negative comments, and only the negative ones. There were positive ones. Those weren't getting liked by the business tool, or on the business tool by another admin. Only the negative ones were being liked. So I was like, oh no, I'm leaving the group chat. Deleted the owner. A couple hours went by, he removed me as an admin. He blocked me off the page. I basically emailed him, basically saying, you was fucked up for what you did. I know that was you that liked that shit. You really was fucked up for that, because I was really upset. Like, after I brought all these ideas, the page when I started was at 185,000. Now it was at 370,000, 375,000, 368,000. So I did help the page at least go up 100,000 followers. So for him to always show other people appreciation, they ignore me, now liking negative comments on my posts, it was like, whatever. So I told him basically about himself, like, you was wrong as hell for that. I wasn't getting paid for any of this shit. Then he claimed, when I emailed him, oh, you're the one that took this page too fucking serious. This was all for fun. And it's kind of sad you would think it was me. There's other admins that could have liked it. I'm like, how am I the only one? How am I taking this so serious when you brought these admins in to bring you watch time so you can get monetized? How am I taking this shit too serious when one of the admins was buying views so their videos could be watched? If they're buying views, they want to be seen, so they're spending money. This isn't for funny. How, so now you're saying it's for fun in an email after I called you out on your bullshit, like whatever. And he said in the email, oh, I was like, you was wrong for that. And I was saying, basically, I see how quick you were to remove me as an admin. You weren't that quick to respond to me in your emails. I was throwing a little shade. And he was basically, saying, oh, the reason I removed you is because you removed me as a friend. And the admin said you quit and you left the group chat. And they told me you quit. That's the only reason I removed you. And I'm like, whatever. Basically, I told him, I know it was you, gave him examples why I thought it was him, and told him about his favoritism, how he liked those three men because he wanted them to monetize the page. And I just said, you just showed that you liked them so much. And I just said, you basically never supported me with any of my shit. I was bringing ideas to the page that help the page grow. And whatchamacallit, he was going to email me some bullshit talking about the admins was talking about me in the group chat and I'm crazy, and they thought that I was crazy, and the admins talking shit about me. And I'm like, whatever, I don't care at this point. So I responded to him, I don't care, I'm not going to argue with you, have a good night, because at this point he's not going to own it. Whoever liked that negative shit, I don't know if it was another admin or if it was him. I feel like at this point it was him, but it could have been another admin, because the girl admin that claimed to be my friend, who always was saying I love you, blah blah blah, she blocked me on Facebook. So clearly she wants to keep her spot really bad. One of the other admins that I used to message, he blocked me after all this. After I left the group chat, I'm crazy, all of them start blocking me. So, oh well. And if they really did lie on me and say that I quit because I don't know why, because they want to be on the page, and so be it. Have the fucking page. Go on live. Go on live twice a fucking week like I did. Write every fucking day. If you really didn't want me on the page no more, because whatchamacallit, nobody was going live every fucking week. I was, but none of them. So for them to lie on me, I don't think they did, but that's what he claimed. But I don't care. I'm not writing for them. Wasn't gonna beg. You say I quit. The only reason you removed me is because they said I quit. I guess I did once I removed you as a friend and left the group chat. So I guess I did quit. But liking that negative shit, that was too much for me, especially when I helped the page grow from 185 to 368 or 370, whatever it was at the time. I have the screenshot. I think it was 368 or 370. It was more than 120,000. I helped that page grow with my daily birthday posts, the daily after show posts, the fashion posts that I did, comparing the two wrestlers, the video game alerts, where I did the video games and posted about video games and wrestling, where I was taking pictures of my GameCube with the video games and throwing throwbacks. Oh yes, I'll bring the GameCube and the Day of Reckoning game and take a picture and post it on the page. The throwbacks, where I'll show WWE magazines. The memory alerts, where I would ask the people about a memory and have a picture. So I was bringing a lot of ideas to the page, and he just really wasn't appreciating me, and he was just showing so much favoritism, and then trying these ideas for admins that posted just for the lives, for the pay-per-views. He wants to try these new shit for them, but me, who posts every day, he don't want to try to help me at all in my shit. So it just, at that point, that liking the negative comments, I'm like, I don't need to do this. So I left the group chat. But I made my own page, Pro Wrestling T, but I just didn't feel appreciated anymore, and I'm not going to talk about that shit no more. I talked about it on TikTok, I talked about it on my Facebook. I said on Facebook, I made the post, and I showed some pictures, of how I started at 185, and when I left, how many followers. I did show the screenshot on my Facebook of the negative comment, how someone liked it, one of the admins liked it, so I just showed that on my Facebook. TikTok, whatchamacallit, I already made a video, talked about it. Don't need to talk about it no more on there. Here, talking about it now. After today, don't need to talk about it. So this is Marquel's World. All things professional wrestling in my life. I just didn't feel appreciated. Have my own Facebook pro wrestling tee, and didn't feel appreciated no more. But oh well, oh well. Ain't gonna talk about it no more. See you guys on the next video. Peace.